Speech of Srijit Dasgupta, Berger Paints India Limited Director of Finance and CEO. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and a very warm welcome to the Berger Paints India Limited Q1 FY21 earnings call. I hope everybody is keeping well and staying safe. As usual, I'd like to start by sharing the growth numbers for both standalone and consolidated operations. BPIL standalone, the growth for total income from operations was negative 47.9%, PBIT was negative 60.2%, PAT was negative 69.7%. BPIL consolidated numbers look like this: total income from operations down by 45.8%, PBIT down by 69.4%, and PAT down by 91.4%. My comments on the Q1 FY21 performance are as follows. I'll start with the standalone operations. As could be expected, the Q1 FY21 numbers, of course, reflect the tremendous impact that the lockdown, combined with the pandemic-related response and reaction amongst consumers, retailers and painters, have had on demand and business operations. April, which is traditionally a very good month for us, particularly for our deco business, was almost completely washed out. This, of course, had a more than apparent effect on the numbers. This skewness is not apparent from the quarterly results, but this does affect us. Certainly in the last few years, April has been very good for us, so it hit us really hard to have April completely washed out. However, it was heartening to note that with the withdrawal of the lockdown in most parts of the country, demand and business activities started coming back to normal levels within a very short time. The rebound in the Tier 2 and Tier 3 towns was quicker as compared to Tier 1 and metros. Hopefully, with the recovery in the larger cities and towns, the sales will be shored up even more going forward. A note of caution, however. Many states continue to have sporadic lockdowns, a response to the peaking fresh case numbers, and this may impact the demand scenario to some extent going forward. The industrial businesses, which have slowed down over the last year, continued to remain impacted through Q1, and this, of course, pulled down the overall performance, both in top line and profitability. The raw material input costs remained fairly benign, though the drop in prices of crude derivatives were offset to a large extent by the depreciating rupee. And the overall gross margins remained at the same levels as they were in Q1 FY20. On a more optimistic note, the slowdown in business, particularly in April and first part of May, gave us the opportunity to refocus our energies towards cost reductions in both raw materials and overheads. The effect of raw material reductions is likely to be felt in subsequent quarters since production and sales were much lower in Q1, for obvious reasons, and inventories as at end March need to be adjusted for the cost reductions in RMC to hit the P&L. We could also make some significant gains in expenses, mainly renegotiating existing contracts, some scale effect, very clearly apparent, and of course, some formulation gains which will hit the RMC going forward. In terms of the consolidated performance, the consolidated numbers performance in both top line and profitability was affected by the performance of BJN Nepal and Yesbal Specialty Coatings Private Limited, the erstwhile Saboo Coatings. Nepal had only approximately 10 working days in the entire quarter, and with the obvious consequence on top line. However, the good news is that the operations are coming quickly back to normal, and it is expected that going forward, there should be significant improvement, particularly leading up to the festive season. So hopefully, much better results in Nepal going forward. The performance of SBS Sepil, Saboo Coatings as it was known earlier, is also improving significantly. So good news on those two fronts, which were really the spoilers for the first quarter. The profit numbers in the consolidated performance were also impacted by the mark-to-market, foreign exchange fluctuation loss on account of outstanding forex loans in Bipol Russia's books. This is our subsidiary in Russia. The ruble has appreciated subsequently, and this will result in a partial reversal of these losses in the subsequent quarter. Just to remind listeners that we follow the calendar year, And this Q1 results consolidated incorporate the January to March results. So the inaudible of April to June is known. As far as the exchange rates are concerned, this was possible because the company's Polish subsidiary, the subsidiary in Poland, Bolix, showed improvement in both top line and profitability. This was a bit of good year for us. Everything else was struggling for various reasons, but this was possible. The performance in Poland was possible because the company is in the business of external insulation products, the application of which is on external surfaces of buildings. The application work on building sites could continue during the lockdown since this posed very little risk to the occupants of the building. They were not in contact with the applicators and work would continue. So this was a bit of a pragmatic approach taken by the Polish authorities and allowed work to continue. So this is a little bit about the performance in this quarter. Hopefully, going forward, we'll see much better results.